knowledge to your child largely falls on you. As much as other institutions like the schools or churches can teach children about money, you play an important role in your child's financial literacy. Financial literacy for kids is not achieved in a single conversation, neither is it a quick process. It happens over a stretched period of time. Sometimes you may feel like you are very much unqualified to teach your children about money. However, financial experts disagree, as there are no special degrees or courses that can help you achieve this. Therefore, in today's episode, we'll be looking at how you can teach your children about finances, how to make, earn, and manage money. The first important aspect of financial learning for children is teaching them to fully understand what debt is all about. Unfortunately, debt is an aspect of finance most adults are still even trying to figure out. As much as you never want your children to stress about debt, you can help them understand the dynamics involved. For older children, you could give them a practical scenario, allow them select something they want to purchase, and ask them how much they will be willing to pay for the item. If the item costs more than the budget, tell them they can't have it except they want to borrow it. Another option would be to help them understand that debt is to purchase the item for them, but you take out of their allowance till they are able to pay you back the money. With this, they will know what it feels like to owe money and work to pay it back. Also, budgeting. This is feasibly the most important reason why financial learning is important for children. Let them understand what a budget entails and how it works. A well thought out and analyzed budget is the first step towards financial independence. Get them involved when you are drawing up the family budget every month. This means you have to involve them in listing out your bills on electricity, food, clothes, and so on. However, never forget to set a designated amount of money for monthly savings. The earlier a child is taught about budgeting, the quicker they get successful with the money. It could be something as little as budgeting to buy for a gift or an occasion or something they really need. The budgeting process should, however, be simple and straightforward as possible for them. Part of learning about finances for kids includes them knowing when and how to save money. They need to understand that savings only increases if money is managed very well. This lesson helps them to learn how money grows when it is saved or invested, rather than when it is spent without keeping some money aside. Money should be saved before spending, and this is why you must teach your children to save money religiously. The lesson should be practical, especially during festive seasons and birthday celebrations, when relatives and friends offer monetary gifts to them. They do not necessarily need to spend the money immediately, rather they can put together all the money received and keep it safely until there is a need to purchase something useful. You could also extend saving lessons to teaching them how to save energy by turning off the lights, television, air conditioner, and other household appliances when they are leaving the room or when they are not in use. Another part of financial literacy for children is knowing how emergency funds work. You need to teach your children how to save a certain percentage of money on a weekly or monthly basis for emergency. This money has to be kept in an account or a piggy bank they cannot touch except it's an emergency. You should be strict about handling this account and make sure you set rules that they must follow. For example, the money in the account should not be used to purchase things like the latest video games, shoes, clothes, chocolates, toys, and anything they don't necessarily need. It should be an account where they can only take out money if they need to purchase items like a new laptop when the current one suddenly packs up. Let them know that setting an emergency fund helps to save for a rainy day and prepares them for unplanned expenses along the way. Another aspect would be to teach them to track expenses. A good lesson on financial learning for children is them learning how to track their expenses, as they need to be very much aware of how much they should spend on a daily basis so as to track down their daily expenditure. Thankfully, technology has made it easier, as expenses can now be tracked in digital ways. You could get one of the financial apps and install them on gadgets that they can easily access. This will enable them gain the much needed practical experience they need. When explaining finances to children, they need to understand the reality of hard work. As a parent, you could allow the option of letting your child have a mini side business that would not take their attention away from their studies. It could be something as little as beads making, knitting, selling off old textbooks, hair making. This extra income, apart from their allowance, could even be the starting funds for their savings accounts. It teaches them that the more money they make, the more money they can save. It is assumed that every adult knows the difference between wants and needs, but not all children know that. In teaching them how to make and manage money, we need to let them know that the most important thing is to cover their needs, and then if there's extra money left, they can attend to some of their wants. If children are taught this lesson at an early stage, then they are less likely to go on a shopping spree on their payday when they start earning a salary. They need to be taught to first sort out their needs, make a budget, save and plan before buying anything else they want. A practical way to teach them about wants and needs will also be to tell them to make lists. That's the first should contain items they need very urgently, and the other list should be for the things that they just want. Now, goals are those things that drive us in life. So when dealing with financial learning for children, it's important to teach them how to set financial goals. As a parent, it's important that you help your children create a budget and set financial goals. Financial goals they could be for something as little as a shoe or even a new gadget they want. It might take a while, but they would eventually reach their financial goal. They do not have to be 18 years old before they can start learning how to set financial goals or understand prudent spending habits. Start early with them and start as soon as they understand what money is and what it can be used for. Investing is also another aspect to teach. However, it can be a quite difficult concept to explain to children. Having to explain factors such as inflation, yield environment, interest rates, and government policies can bore them easily. However, there's always a way out. Teaching investment can be fun and engaging. It only requires thoughtfulness. After they understand the value of money, teaching them how to make work for it, making them pray for things, and showing them how to stick to a budget. A steady approach to teaching them about investment would be to tell them stories about the importance of patience, perseverance, and growth. Investing should be likened to tree planting, starting with the careful selection of a fertile land, the planting of seeds, and most importantly, the continuous watering of the plants. To efficiently invest, they must save. Hence, they need to understand that there can't be an investment when there's nothing to invest, and thereafter, there's nothing to grow. Pay them for services rendered such as chores, running for errands, or even work for your business if it's possible they do so. Also, make them pay for certain things like the transportation and clothes. In teaching them about stocks, one can make it practical by talking about products. For example, a child who loves taking margarine can be told about margarine making companies and how he may not be able to produce more margarine without additional capital, and how he or she can help the company continue to produce it by buying their stocks. You can take it a step higher by explaining that owning stocks is as good as owning parts of the company they love. Another option would be to read them comic books and play games with them on money generally, like the Monopoly. In teaching about debt securities like treasury bills, you can simply talk about how they can get paid for lending money, but most importantly, how the interest earned on the money lent, that is the capital, can also earn returns by reinvesting it. It's also very important to teach them about diversifying investment, teaching them about the griefs of putting all your eggs in one basket. This can be likened to them investing all their money in their favorite drinks company and explaining that the company will continue to make money as long as people keep buying the drink. But what happens when people want other drinks and no longer want that drink? Their profits will reduce, and an investor can lose all their money. But this may not be the case if they had invested in different unrelated product companies. The truth is there's really no best way to teach children about investments. However, the most important thing is to make them understand the concepts and make it as practical as possible. You can also mention people who have made it big from investing when telling them stories so they can be encouraged to aspire for it. As a parent, financial learning should be one important aspect you must focus on when teaching your children about life, and you need to be a good role model as well to them. This would set a foundation for making smart financial decisions when they are faced with real-life situations in future. If we teach our children from an early age how to earn money, save money, manage money, and multiply money, imagine the generation of self-assured, ambitious, content, and innovative solution-inspired people we will be and our future generations to come. Therefore, I'm challenging you today, if you haven't been doing so, to start creating time to discuss money issues with them and not reinforce stereotypes. Open investment accounts for them and talk to them about money matters. In stages of life, personal finance is a key issue. And at the time of getting married, finances is another major issue for the wedding planning. Hence, keep it a date with us next week on the program as we'll be bringing you a series on wedding, a journey, and about budgeting for it. And that brings us to the end of the human angle. If you have questions or comments, kindly send a mail to programs@proshareng.com and business@proshareng.com. You could also visit our website, www.ProShareNG.com, to get more updates on your personal finance and updates from our news stories and videos. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms showing on the screen for further updates on our market reports. Till I come your way again next week, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend and bye for now.